afternoon's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Pittsburgh Pirates as the Phillies defeat the Pirates by a final score of 15-4 as they salvage the final game in this 3-game set. And just an offensive explosion this afternoon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pushed across 15 runs, but you know what my first thought was? This offense is just so inconsistent. Where were these runs in the first game? Where were these runs in the second game? It just they just can't spread them out. Now guys, before you get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So we need to do a better job at spreading these runs out and being more consistent. And we did do something today that has not been done since June 23rd, 1986, and that's hit 9 doubles in a game. So the Phillies did that today, first time since June 23rd, 1986, with a 19-1 victory over the Chicago Cubs. And on that day, Juan Samuel drove in 6 runs. So a little Phillies history for you right there. So 9 doubles today for the Phils, just amazing. Bryce Harper getting 3 of them. He had a very solid day. And how about JT Muto, a 5-hit day for the BCIB. Just a 5-hit day for JT Muto. He was great today. So he was a big reason as to why we won this game. So pick up the scoring summary, the long scoring summary. I'll start at any top of the first inning. J.T. Muto, the BCIB, getting 1 of 5 as he singles on a line drive to left field. Jarvis Jankowski comes around to score. It's now 1-0 Phils. So again on the board early right there. You know, when you score first, you're always going to put the pressure on the other team. So that's big right there. So it's 1-0 Phils, breaking out the red uniforms today, which I love. And we pick it up top of the second. Gene the Machine. He doubles on a sharp line drive to right field. Odubel Herrera and Kyle Gibson come around to score. What was going on with Kyle Gibson? Man, I was scared. It's just like trotting home. And he almost got thrown out. It wasn't that close, but yeah, he wasn't hustling. So a 2-run double for Gene Segura. It's now 3-0 Philadelphia. So Gene the Hit Machine, his 17th double of the season. So a nice 3-0 lead for the Phillies, which you just love to see. Then we pick it up, bottom of the third inning. The former Nat. Wilmer Depot singles on a line drive to right field. Mitch Keller comes around to score. It's now a 3-1 ball game. So the Pirates get on the board. This was all with 2 outs, right? And this was all with 2 outs. So Kyle Gibson was able to get out of that. So an impressive Phillies debut for him. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Then we pick it up, top of the 5th inning. J.T. Muto does it again, ladies and gentlemen, as he doubles on a sharp line drive to left field. Bryce Harper comes around to score. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Muto's 15th double of the season. I tell you what, this was just an offensive explosion. And the thing I thought to myself while watching this is why can't we do this more, right? I understand, 15 runs in a game is, of course, hard to come by, but why can't we just at least be more consistent? Just be more consistent. That's all I want to see. Just be a more consistent team. So a 4-1 Phillies lead. Then in the top of the 6th inning, Odubel Herrera with some fundamental baseball. As he hits a sacrifice fly to center, Alec Boehm scores from third. It's now a 5-1 Phillies lead. So Odubel Herrera, it's fundamental baseball. How about that? That's what Joe Girardi should be preaching about, the fundamentals of the game. So that's what should be happening. So a 5-1 Phillies lead. Nice job, El Torito, to get that run in from third. Alec Boehm. Then Gene Segura is going to do it again. Gene the Hit Machine, as he doubles on a fly ball to center. His 18th double of the season, 2nd of the ball game. Didi Gregorius comes around to score, and it's now a 6-1 Phillies lead. So at that point, I felt pretty confident. I did. A 6-1 ball game going into the bottom of the 6th. I felt pretty good. And then at the top of the 7th, Didi Gregorius singles on a sharp line drive to center. Bryce Harper and J.T. Muto come around to score. It's now 8-1 Phillies lead. So Didi Gregorius, we need to get more production out of Didi Gregorius. So hopefully this is what's starting to happen now. He hit 163 in the month of July. So we really need this guy to, pick it up. I already talked about that before. I was talking about it in the Rager last night, right? Me saying, trade him. And I still think that, hey, if we got a good deal for this guy, I definitely wouldn't hesitate pulling the trigger. I think you just need him to get more consistent, right? We need him to start producing. He hasn't been good pretty much all year. So, he needs to turn his season around fast. 8-1 Phillies lead. Pick it up, bottom of the 7th inning. To get one back is Kevin Newman. It's a sacrifice fly to center. Park comes around to score. It's now an 8-2 ball game. So Kyle Gibson did allow that. But, he was very, very sharp today. I was very impressed with him. He looked very, very good. Then we pick it up, top of the 8th inning. We continue to tack it on as J.T. Muto singles on a ground ball to left. Gene Segura and Jarvis Jankowski come around to score. And it's now a 10-2 ball game. So an 8-run lead for the Phils. The BCIB coming up big right there. So a 5-hit day for JT, 5 for 6, just great job. And then Alec Bohm walks with the bases loaded. You just love to see that. That's something I always criticize the Phillies are doing, right? I mean, walking in guys with the bases loaded, there's no excuse for that. And Bryce Harper comes around to score. It's now 11-2 ball game. What a way to make your opponents pay for their mistakes. So it's inexcusable to walk around with the bases loaded. Inexcusable. I hate it. I just can't stand it when the Phillies do that. And here in the same inning, Dieter Gorsh is going to get another RBI as he hits a second base spot to center. Jake Chimucho comes around to score. It's now 12-2 Phillies lead. So now a 10-run lead for the Phils. And then El Torito going to join in on the action as he singles over to sharp ground ball to center. Brad Miller comes around and scores now 13-2 Phillies lead. So at this point it was just comical. It was just comical. So it's nice to see El Torito get the RBI single. He needs to get it going. He has just been really, really bad. So he needs to turn his season around. And then 7th inning, Brad Miller grounds out the second. Rafael Marchand comes around to score an RBI ground out for Bamboo Brad. And it's now a 14-2 Phillies lead. So Bamboo Brad getting the job done right there, hitting the ball to the right side to score. Rafael Marchand. And then the final run of the ball game, another RBI ground out from Alec Bohm as he grounds out the second. Again, hit the ball to the right side. That's what you should be doing. And there's a runner at third. JT Mitchell comes around to score. It's now a 5-2 ball game. That is a form of fundamental baseball, which I like to see. That's what we were doing today. Hitting sacrifice flies, hitting the ball to the right side when there's a guy at third. I will say, though, Bryce Harper, another just base running miscue, right? I mean, hits a double. I believe this was his first double of the ball game. And ground ball hit the third, and he has this ginormous lead off the second. Doesn't go back to second, goes back to second, and Bryce Harper gets nabbed. Just a bonehead decision. They even, put the camera on him after getting thrown out, and he's sitting there shaking his head and he was upset on himself. He's like, I can't be doing that. So that's inexcusable from Bryce Harper right there. I mean, come on. Come on. But he had a very good day today. Then a bonehead inning. Ian Kennedy, welcome to Philly. Welcome to Philadelphia, am I right? As he gives up a 2-run home run to Michael Perez as he homers on a fly ball to right center field. And that's a 2-run shot. Also scores Castro, his 7th of the season. And it's now a 15-4 ball game. So welcome to Philadelphia in Kennedy. Not a very good start. I mean, I'm assuming you're going to be like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter, which it doesn't matter. I mean, it didn't do any dividends in this game. We still won, handsomely. I mean, this is still pretty much a laugher. I mean, we win this game by 11 runs. So it didn't really matter, but it's just a little, it's just kind of troubling. You have this new guy come over here, and his first game in Phil's uniform just kind of brings back memories of last year with, Brandon Wergren, Heath Ambry, David Phelps, and I tell you what, just not a very good start. I just will say that. So Phillies win, that's your final, 15-4 your final, and Gene Segura collects 2 hits out of the leadoff spot and drives in 3. Bryce Harper, 3-hit day today, 3 doubles, and 3 runs scored. And he's now batting .302. Bryce Harper is now hitting over 300. And he sits with a very impressive .959 OPS. But you know what? He wasn't an all-star. He wasn't an all-star. So just let that sink in for a sec. That is just pathetic. I'm going to keep saying it. JT Mitchell, a 5-hit day, a 4 RBI day. Your Phillies on still offensive player of the game. Masterful job from JT Mitchell today. He needed this. A 3-run scored. Like I said, the 4 RBIs. Chances Arizona up to 268. I tell you, he needed this bad. He needed this really bad. So I'm so happy for JT. So 5-hit day. He looked great. And even now, Bohm now batting above the 250 mark at 252. 2 RBIs today for Bohm. And Dieter Gorsh also with a 3-hit day today. 3 RBIs. Another guy that needs to get it going. So we had a very good offensive performance today. I mean, Dewar collected the 2 hits. I mean, awesome job. We collected 20 hits as a team today, which is a season high in hits for this team. So great job today offensively. But I understand, yes, I said at the beginning, I mean, you're not going to go out and score 50 runs every game, of course, but why are these runs out spread out more? I mean, this offense is just going consistent. And I keep saying we don't need another offensive piece. We don't need another offensive piece. We don't need another offensive piece. And that is, true. I mean, another key offensive piece. But there's no question that this offense needs to be more consistent. There's no question about that. So I'm going to keep saying that. So Kyle Gibson, an impressive Phillies debut today. I really like his curveball a lot. I'm just going to say it right now. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs. The 2 runs were earned, 2 walks in 5 strikeouts. So he had a really, really bad month of July. His ERA was over 6. Good start to the month of August for Kyle Gibson. 2.86 ERA. He looked very, very solid today. I mean, like I said, I really, really liked his curveball. So he ran into some trouble there. With 2 outs, but he looked very, very good today. I was very proud. I wish that Joe Girardi would have let him finish the 7th. So he only goes 6 2/3. But an impressive Phillies debut, gets a win, 7-3 on the year, his first in the Phillies uniform. So Archie Bradley came in to finish up that 7th inning, get the final out. And, J.D. Hammer continues to just be solid, right? A nice scoreless inning today. And Ian Kennedy, welcome to Philadelphia, buddy. He gives up that 2-run shot in the bottom of the 9th. I mean, like I said, doesn't matter. But not a very good start to his tenure in the Phillies uniform. I hate to be negative, but I'm going to say it. So Phillies salvaged the series, still a 500 team. Any way you want to put it, you can't say otherwise because that's what they've shown us all year. So 15-4, your final offensive explosion as we open up the 4-game set in D.C. So we're going to go on a flight and head to the nation's capital. And one thing I forgot to talk about yesterday was the news that the Phillies moved Ranger Suarez to the starting rotation. I totally forgot to give my input last night. I don't like this at all. I really don't. Now, the only thing I do like is the fact that it boots Matt Moore and Vince Velasquez out of rotation. They need to go. I am so glad we're not going to be seeing them, run out there every 5th day. But why in the world would you change something that works? I mean, you have this guy in the closing role. Why in the world would you move him back to starting rotation? Yes, I understand he's a former starter. I understand. Started a couple games for us in 2018. Wasn't great there. But why change something that works? So you're not going to be rolling the dice. I don't really love this decision. I don't. I mean, it remains to be seen how it's going to go. We're going to see him start tomorrow night. 5-3, they 1.12 ERA. So he's going to start tomorrow night's ball game. And Gray will start for the Nats. He doesn't have a record this year, and he has a 6.75 ERA. I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what Ranger Suarez does for the Phils tomorrow. Again, his first start since 2018. He needs to hopefully do what he did out of the bullpen. But it's a lot to ask for, right? I mean, he has to adjust to a new role now. So if he got comfortable in the closing role, now you're going to ask him to adjust to a new one. That's a lot to ask for out of a guy. It remains to be seen. I don't love this idea. And you know what this idea shows? That they're out on Cole Hamels. I mean, if they really, really wanted Cole Hamels that bad, he'd be here by now. And they wouldn't be doing all this, messing with Ranger Suarez roles, putting him in starting rotation if they wanted Cole Hamels. So I think that means that Cole Hamels is not coming here. I think that's a clear sign they're sending to us. They're not coming out and say it, of course, that he is not coming back to Philly. I'm surprised that no one's signing him. Honestly, I just think he's asking for too much money. I mean, that's the only explanation I can give you as to why he is not signed with the organization yet. I'm guaranteed he's gotten minor league offers, and I guarantee he does not want to go down that path. But clearly his asking price is too much because honestly, why has no one signed this guy yet? I understand, yes, he's old, yes, he's at the end of his career, he'd help out any team. He would help out any team, especially this team. So the Phils, that's a clear indication they are not getting Hamels. So who knows, we're rolling the dice. So my expectations moving into this Nats series, take 3 out of 4, at least. I mean, this is a really, really bad Nationals team that just blew it up. I mean, Mike Rizzo totally just blew it up. We gotta take 3 out of 4. Now, could I see this team losing 3 out of 4? Absolutely, I could. This is still a 500 team you have to keep that in mind. Not the best series in Pittsburgh. We lose the series. We do avoid the broom, but I expected more. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies Hot Stove, Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshotstove@gmail.com. 7-5, the first pitch tomorrow night in D.C. as we have the 4-game set, 7-5, 7-5, 7-5, and then the 4-5. And we head back home and take on the Mets. As I'll be breaking out my new Nike home white Phillies jersey, which I'm really excited to wear. So that's going to be taking the place of the old Majestic one. That'll be no longer worn in the show. So Ranger Suarez, 5-3, they 1.12 ERA. Again, this first start since 2018. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we all got to really, really pay attention tomorrow night. And Gray on the mound, he doesn't have a record. He has a 6.75 ERA. So guys, thanks for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Great offensive performance today. We got to be more consistent, though. I'll see you guys.